now instead of next year, and then when next year comes along, nobody wants to purchase a car, inventory piles up, you're forced to discount again. How do you sort out
In the
what's
debriefing
going
session
on?
Sturman ran 2 days after the beer game. He traced the dizzying ups and downs of the auto cycle.
So as a decision maker trying to respond to this, you've got a difficult problem. During the recession,
Car dealers often try to pin the problem on the outside world. Japanese dumping or a surge in interest rates. In the beer game, we too blame the other guy. In this case, the fickle consumer. Here are 4 pictures of consumer demand for beer as members of my team perceived it.
Orders at the customer end started out at 4, rose up with some pattern that fluctuated, but rose up to about 20, and then collapsed.
Every team drew the same graph. We all blamed unpredictable demand. And the professor who'd rigged it.
Customer demand. Everyone here is telling me that it was my fault, not your fault, that we experienced these fluctuations. The customers fluctuated. We just reacted to that. What's actually going on?
During the game, only students in the role of retailer saw initial demand, as written by John Sturman on those yellow cards. At last, Sturman's secret would be revealed.
Well, I'm embarrassed to say, really, it was after it started at 4 for the few rounds that we did, it hopped up to 8 and then stayed there for the whole time.
Right. It was 4 for the first 4 weeks. In week 5, customer orders jumped up to 8, and it was 8, 8, 8, 8.
Yes, there was a rise in demand, but, and here's the moral of the story, we had created the cycle by overreacting every step of the way. Even the level-headed Keystone team overreacted, but less dramatically than the rest of us, and that's why Keystone won the game and the bankroll the class had wagered.
Who's the Keystone treasurer? Okay, there you go.
$68 is a meager return on the $20,000 a year investment of attending MIT, but the lesson here could be priceless. That in some industries, you can actually learn to soften the cycle. The beer business itself, for example, has calmed the beer cycle because after playing the game for real, year after year, its managers now monitor demand with computers and respond immediately. But in industries with long lag times, like real estate and autos, the cycles persist. Of many small cycles, the grand business cycle of the economy is made. Expansion, recession, boom, bust. Some economists say that the grand business cycle is now dead, that we finally learned to smooth the bumps and achieve a soft landing. John Sturman has his doubts.
It's not dead, and in the past, every time it's been reported as dead, it's resurfaced with a vengeance. For 200 years, the entire industrial era, business cycles have continued. They're not perfectly regular. We're not in a pendulum clock, but there's no reason to think that the business cycle has gone away.